Hey, Michael Gevin here, and I'm super excited to be with you on another Rockin' Wednesday. So recently I spoke at a video conference called In Focus. Super awesome, incredible people there. Well, there's a Facebook group associated with the event. And there's a guy who was supposed to present there named Adrian. And Adrian couldn't make it because his wife had a baby right about the same time he was supposed to present, so he couldn't end up making it. Well, he posted a video in there, and in the video, it was right on line with a lot of the things I speak about every week. And so one of the guys commented and he said, I suffer from a number of the things that you mentioned. Stories, voices, circumstance. And he says, I have a question for you. And suffering from these for so long, it's so ingrained in me. How do I get out of that? And I love Adrian's response to this question. He started with, you're probably not going to like my answer. And what he said was, I like to come from a place where I believe that every single one of us has exactly what we want in life. And if we didn't want it, we'd change it. Because I talk a lot about the idea you change your story, change your mind, change your life, and things will be awesome. Well, what I find really interesting about that statement is it's so true. Every single one of us are exactly where we should be in life. Because Tony Robbins says, I love his quote, about we have our musts. What we must have in life are the only things we have, not the things we should do or we should have. We just should have all over ourselves. And the reality is every choice and everything you do every single day has led you to where you are right now. And where you'll be tomorrow will only be different if you make a choice today to do something different than what you're doing every single day prior to that. So if you want things to be different, you have to make that choice for things to be different. And I know that there's a lot of different excuses out there. Well, I've grown up this way. I've been this way my whole life. And my parents or my friends or school or this or that. Oh my gosh. Guys, don't play the victim. That was one of the things that Adrian said. Don't be the victim. You need to think from a place of empowerment. You have the power to make the choice to do whatever it is you want. We're just scared. We're just scared. And I challenge all of you because on Google, pretty powerful tool, I guarantee between Google or YouTube here, if you type in what's affecting you, what's bothering you, what's driving you crazy, there's someone else who's been in that exact same position, who's gotten out of that position and rose above it. I can guarantee you that there is not anything that anybody is in out there that someone else hasn't gone through. Someone else hasn't gone through. And I want you to think about that for 1 second. Whether you're married with 5 kids or 3 kids or 2 kids and a mortgage and all these car payments and a job you've been at for 20 years that you hate, or you're in school and you have all this school debt, whatever it is, somebody else has been out there. And there's 2 different types of people. The one who keeps moaning and complaining about it every day till they're blue in the face, that they can't change it, that they're stuck. And there's the other person who says, I'm not doing this anymore, and I'm going to change it. And so this doesn't have to be complicated. I know there's a reoccurring theme in some of my videos, but the truth of the matter is that every week that I can bring it to you in a different way, for you to think about it a little differently, I think it makes a massive, massive difference. So this week, it's super simple. You're exactly where you want to be in life. And probably right now, it's just not bad enough to make you want to change it. So don't have something awful happen before you decide, holy crap, I better make a change. You can make a change today. Good buddy of mine, Josh Shipp, he says, if you're having an awful day, it's your fault. If you're having a great day, it's your fault. And I love, love, love that quote because it reels right back in to our choices. We have a choice. You have a choice. And you can make that choice every day to keep doing what you're doing and keep getting the results you're getting. And if you're happy with the results, then high five. But if you're not happy with the results you're getting, then you've got to make a change. So I challenge each and every single one of you to make that change. One simple change today. Don't overwhelm yourself with 1.5 million different changes. We've already talked about things like that in the past. It can be very overwhelming. There's so many different avenues and ways you could go. Just start today. Make that one simple change. Start that one new habit towards your goals, towards your dreams, towards your ambitions, towards living the life that you've always wanted to live. Just make that one change today and start trying to keep that up for a few weeks, maybe even a month, before you start to add in that next thing. Because if you take it step by step like that, I'll add one more story, just came to my mind. That's how it is sometimes. I was in an event recently. It's called The Amazing Selling Machine. And it's about using Amazon to sell physical products, and people are just killing it. There's 1,000 people in the room. And I met a few different people. And what I find so interesting is one of the ladies I met had just gotten in this in August of last year, not even a full year. And I'm talking to her and I said, how's it going? Is this thing working out? Because there's so many scams out there. There's so many things. Make money, do this, blah, blah, blah. The list goes on and on. I said, is it really working for you? And she says, oh my gosh, absolutely life-changing. She says, I said, did you know anything about internet marketing or, all these different things about selling things online before you did this? Do you know about email marketing, blah, 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 the list goes on and on. And she's like, no, I knew nothing. She says, I literally followed the steps to a T. So she followed the steps to a T. I saw that reoccurring theme over and over again. And one other person said, which wraps this back into what we said earlier today, is along with that, the people who succeeded the most were the ones who followed the steps, but also when it became overwhelmed, when it became, oh my gosh, how do I do this? I have the wife and kids and this and that, and I don't have any time during the day to get it done. He said there's 30 steps. It's called 30 steps. There's 30 steps. And I said, if I will do no more than one step a day, just one. And at the end of 30 days, I'll have completed all 30 steps. Even if I get the one done in 20 minutes, I'm only doing one step today. And day 2, it might take me 2 hours and I'll get that step done. And the next day it may take me an hour, so on and so forth. But I'm only gonna do one. And he won, W-O-N, at the end of those 30 days because he didn't overwhelm himself. He didn't go, I'm gonna get 20 steps done today, and then he didn't do any for the next 2 months, and then he did 5 more, and then 6 months later, he did 1 more, and then he stopped. Because now it's like, a year later, a year and a half later, and he didn't complete it. And that's the thing. Just start and just keep it simple. Thank you guys so much. You guys absolutely rock. I truly appreciate all the positive feedback. The messages are outstanding, guys. Keep leaving the comments. If you've been noticing, you leave a comment, test me. I'm on a roll right now. I'm using a new program. I'm recording little audio comments. So if you leave me a comment, I will reply to you with an audio response. A little link you'll click and you'll hear me leaving you a personalized message. And so I appreciate all of you, and I look forward to hearing more about your stories and your journeys and how I can potentially help or send you in the right direction or whatever it is that I can do. So you guys rock. Thank you so much. Be sure to subscribe. We have a new video every Wednesday. If you're liking it, give it a thumbs up and be sure to share it with a friend. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next week. Rock and roll. Ha ha.